Hello, welcome to Colins Time to Bake from Pitlochry in Scotland, where it's lovely and sunny, and we're baking on a campfire slash stove because we're not allowed fires. So first off, we need 350 millilitres of water, which is this already pre-poured. There may be some Coca-Cola in it, who knows. And you need to heat that up until it's lukewarm. So you'll know when it's warm enough because you can put your finger in and it's just that little bit warm but not too hot to burn your finger essentially. You have your teaspoon of sugar, which seems a lot, but oh well. Teaspoon of sugar and a teaspoon of yeast, which is supposed to foam up if this works correctly. So we'll soon see. It's foaming! We're good, we're good.
Is this your biggest audience?
We've got a live audience, everyone. We've got kids, we've got old people, sorry. We need 190 grams of flour, which I have pre-measured before I even came here, because that would have just been ridiculous to take a whole thing of flour. And then we gradually add in the water.
I've never seen the like of this before. This is such an experiment.
Such an epic show. And we mix it all through until it forms a dough. Thus far it seems to be going well, so we just keep mixing until it forms a dough, which right now is ridiculously sticky. So we'll see how far this goes, because I've got no more flour to fix it if it's too sticky. Ooh, sloppy. This may be too runny, so probably not all the water should have gone in, but what you gonna do? We're gonna leave it to prove now without putting any more water in, and we'll see what happens. I'm gonna leave it to prove in my proving drawer, which is the bottom of the car. Yeah, as suspected, it's a little too much water, so that's a mistake. Oh well, I'll try again at home. Hi, so I'm now on my balcony and I'm trying this again. Still technically in the outdoors because I am outdoors, but just not really camping. However, I will still be using the same things that I would use whilst camping, not fertilizer, because that's just gross. Forgot to put my apron on, otherwise I'd just get into such a mess. There are plants though, so you know, outdoorsy. They're not real. What happened last time was the fact that I mixed up the measurements. Basically, you need 130 millilitres of water, and you need to heat this till it's lukewarm, till you can put your finger in it and it's not too hot. Then add 1 teaspoon of yeast and a teaspoon of castor sugar. Mix this together until it foams. Once it's foamed, you'll want to pour into 260 grams of plain flour and knead until you get a lovely dough. If you don't do this correctly and you add too much water, you'll end up with a sloppy mess, pretty much like I did before. So, if it's cold like it is today, you'll want to make sure that the bread is being proved at a sort of reasonable temperature. If it's cold, you have to hug it close to your body. So I'm just going to put it under my top for a while. If it's warm, put it in your tent, put it in your car, keep it warm, and it should rise. And when that happens, it means you're successful. So fingers crossed we're successful. Once it's proved, you'll need a chopping board. If you haven't brought one with you, just use a log. You are in the outdoors after all. Take your dough and spread out onto the chopping board or log to about 6 to 18 centimeters wide. Then on top of that, you'll need to add a cinnamon sugar mix. You need 160 grams of sugar, 50 grams of butter, and 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. It's brown sugar that you're going to need. Light is preferable, but if you use dark, it will be treacly in flavour. Smooth this out evenly over the dough, and then get prepared to start rolling. Because it ain't a cinnamon roll without a roll. You want to roll this up till it's about 1.5 inches thick, and then cut into slices about 1 inch to 1.5 inches wide. Grease up a large pan and then place each piece in the bottom. Then be prepared to start heating. It's going to be a little bit tricky because you've got to do it over a camping stove or a camping fire, so make sure the heat is even and low. Keep the lid on while you're baking just to make sure that it doesn't lose any heat, but also check every so often to make sure that it's not going to burn. This looks perfect, I think. Yeah, you'd be surprised to hear that this is actually my 3rd attempt, so what happened first time was this. Not very nice, is it? This is my reaction. Here it goes. Oh. So yeah, that was the 2nd attempt. This is the 3rd attempt. It looks a lot better. Let's see how it tastes. Taste test number 2. These look a little bit better than the last ones. And they taste so much better too. There you have it. Cinnamon rolls made on a camp stove. It took a couple attempts, but we got there in the end. If you fancy following me on Twitter, Facebook, social media, all the things, all the links are below. And the subscribe button is also there if you want to click and subscribe and see my videos. I post them every week. My name is Colin. This is Colin's Time to Bake. Thank you very much, and we'll see you real soon.